Hey, if you're watching this, first of all, why on earth? Don't you have anything better to do? But seriously, thank you. Even if it's just one person, or no people, or future me spiraling out of control at 3 a.m. wondering why I started this whole thing, thank you. We had another mic issue this week. Actually, let's be honest, we had a mic issue last week too. Apparently plugged in doesn't mean working, and muted can be both literal and existential. But once we got it sorted out, that's where this session begins. If you're enjoying the chaos, or even just respecting the effort, we'd love you to hit like, maybe subscribe, or follow us into the jungle again on Sunday. And hey, if you want the whole story, more than what's here on YouTube, join our Discord. The link's below. We're building this thing as we go, flaws and all. That's why we're doing it like this, showing you our unpolished product. We want you to see that D&D doesn't have to be perfect to be good, and honestly, it doesn't even have to be good to be fun. So, with that out of the way, let's dive in. This is Session 4, Part 1, the Unity Game.
Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, so they're being fed like, chicken head and chicken feet, organ meat, things that aren't as palatable for the aspirant crowd. It's not like that's bad food, because they would 100% eat that in this culture, but they're just focusing on things that are more widely palatable for folks who are coming from around the world. So you do see that, and as you're about to you're weighing it, do I want to go get that food? Do I want to do the thing and cause a commotion? Do I want to get through there? You hear one conch horn, followed by another one, followed by a third one, and these three horns, they sound from the guild hall, signaling lunch being served to the rest of the aspirants. And you hear out, all are instructed to gather immediately for midday rations and to learn of the first challenge for the afternoon. And as you you kind of funnel into this crowd, you have the option, Fang. You could go get the food from the animal pens, though it is not yours to have, or you could rejoin and go back into the food that is more prepared for human taste buds.
Joke's on you, why not both?
It's no joke, you could choose both. Maybe not more than 50 to 100 feet. The courtyard is you're at the back of the courtyard, and they've divided the courtyard in half, letting the other side be nearby, so it's not that far off.
Would I be able to discern that there was a commotion that way?
Yeah, it's drawing attention. That is 100% Raven's intention, is to be please, someone. It's not subtle. He is loud. You're not the only person looking at it. There are other folks around the area. What the hell's going on? There's they're probably talking a little bit about it. What's going on over there? That's not supposed to, it's drawing attention to more than just the immediate area.
I'll turn to Lorelei. Wasn't that little boy with us earlier?
God, yes, that's, oh, we should go, yes, that one, yes. Oh, no. And Lorelei will just kind of start running over there.
Arn will walk very slowly, methodically.
Centaur's not amused.
No, he's not.
That's fair. Yeah, so there's you get over there, and as you approach, you notice this lizard folk again. It's not at all cute like Acacia. This is I don't know how to describe. They're full on lizard. When you think of the tribal lizard folk, the cannibalistic lizard folk, this person is barely contained, and they look at you all come gather your friend. And the word friend is the same way you and I would say moist. It's the least pleasant word they can think of. But yeah, they do say come gather your friend.
Thank you. We'll take him back with us. Wolfie, Let's go this way, please. And I'll like try to get Fang's attention. And like
Yeah, he'll look at you and then
maybe
go like sad dog eyes, and then look at the food in the barn or whatever it is, and look back at you, and then look at the food. Try to make you feel guilty.
oh, you're hungry. Well, we're gonna go in and eat lunch soon. You'll have food very soon. Okay?
And Parn will get over there about this time.
And Lorelai's just kind of staring at Fang, seeing if he will say anything, any words at all, not just staring.
No, he just keeps staring. He's just looking over at the food and then slowly looks back at you.
Okay. Pawn, why don't you take Wolfie's arm, and I'll take the other arm, and we'll walk that way. And I'll gently, like exactly like you would with a dog, like put your hand out, like, here, sniff it, and know I'm a friend.
Yeah,
I
he'll
just-
let you. He just is gonna look at you all sad and make you feel guilty about it.
Does not work at all on Parn.
Raven,
But he's going for the gullible.
Raven looks at Lorelai and he's like, you. Like he's very quiet, like, and you can tell he's not afraid of Fang. Like he has a weapon, he has a spear, he has a shield, he has like a whipping stick, like he has things that he could defend himself with. He looks at you, thank you. Looks at what did I say her name was? Her name was Zira.
Zira.
Zira, and he's like, working with her. He's just like goes back to standing. He like shifts the shield to the other side. He's not shielding away towards like where the body of the aspirants are. He's shielding himself against the lizard folk next to him with his spear over here and his like shield guarding from her. Yeah, it either looks like he's really bad at shieldmanship or really good at it. Difficult to tell. So anyway, with all of that being handled, you all return very slowly, albeit, and like the banquet it's much clearer now because they have a very organized, like, okay, once we get the 3 people in, we have cleared that out a bit and we're allowing other folks to be served. You do see a large number of folk there. There are like guild. You see Guchamag. You see the Rashula. Rashula was Guchamag's friend from the very beginning. Rashula Van. You see those two like having a good chuckle about whatever it is that they're laughing at. You do see the other Emerald Claw folks in there with the 3 stars. So, the elites, the first class as they called them. You do see. I think you would probably see Terran, the wizard in the green coat. You would see him walk up to Captain Nox. Remember, Captain Nox had gone in and left Imzel the Ashweaver outside, as Imzel only got 2 sigils. So you would see Terran go inside and approach Captain Nox and begin to have a conversation. Just a very polite handshake exchanged. Terran would bow nice and low. He takes his cloak out and bows nice and low, and Captain Nox kind of just gives him like a. She's very, very muted in her expressions. And they begin to have a conversation. Imzel is just like fuming because he didn't get to go in with the others, so he's literally, and he's a fire genasi. He is literally fuming and literally steaming, with disgust.
Are they letting everyone in now?
Yeah, there's still like a small procession going on. But yes, the line is moving to go into the lunch area. Like you would probably see.
Well, I was just gonna say I would probably keep as firm a grip as I can on Fang's arm and just kind of be helping them forward and be like, see, look, food, it's right in here, I swear. And then just hope my group is with me.
Okay. Yeah. As you are walking in, you do notice Quetley, Captain Nox, looks a little bit perturbed, and Terran reaches for her hand, And Quetley pulls her hand back and holds like the strap on her armor or whatever. And Taryn like turns a ring on his hand, stares at Quetley a little bit, nods, bows and backs up very politely. And Quetley begins walking towards Imzel. And she walks close past all of you who are now walking in, Imzel being behind you waiting on the back. She's like, good luck in your afternoon trials. I look forward to seeing how you work as a group. And behind her, you see Varga and Slink the Tabaxi, and Varga the Dragonborn, coming with massive plates of food, and they give one to Imzel, and Varga the Dragonborn's like, "There you go, steamy." And the Slink the Tabaxi's like, "Yeah, no one likes to test on an empty stomach. Tuck in." And they all kind of chide each other and give a little bit of friendly banter as they go off to find a table and enjoy. So they did bring Imzel the nice food, and they all go, and you see Taryn slowly slink off in a disappointed but not necessarily evil, but definitely not in this sort of uncouth way of backing up into the background, fading off into the distance, having not gotten his way with Captain Quetley. As you go in, the tables are rich and lavish with food. The desserts are not quite as lavish as it is too hot, and most of the pastries have become kind of gummy in this sort of hot, humid environment. But the meats are fresh. The vegetable, have these skewered vegetable skewers that have been grilled, and they're wonderful. The food is wonderful. The drink is wonderful. And they pretty much everything you can think of that could be served in an outdoor center like this. It's a big event for the community. It happens once a moon, and they bring in a lot of people to enjoy this. So after you guys have been fed, they allow the community to come in, and you can see there are merchant princes around. There are different like scholars. You do see the kind of pompous one that you were discussing, that you were sitting in on the lecture with. You see Parn would see the one that he was going through the Batiri goblin training with. I think even I think Zenthar, you would even see the Tabaxi that had come up and was like demanding the swords from you and wanted you to go faster. You'd even see him there. Feathers and Mud was his name. And he's there most likely with like 2 empty scabbards waiting for his swords. So it's a very big gathering of folks. They're all sitting around, and you hear, Aspirants, the afternoon trials will convene shortly. Those not summoned for unity are encouraged to eat, rest, and consult with your future peers. Those who learn from others often survive longer. We will be with you shortly. And they ding ding ding, as they play some fanfare, and the first class get escorted out of the guild hall, up out of the guild courthouse, towards the Colosseum. Do I have a name of the Colosseum? I probably do, but until I find it, it's not too important.
Harn will be looking to see what food Fang eats.
Fang's still just staring at Lorelei with the sad eyes.
Yeah, Lorelai's gonna be like, I have a plate, I guess, and she's kind of like, do you like this? Okay, no answer. Okay, we'll just put some of that on there then. And she'll just kind of be grabbing a little bit of everything and kind of holding it where Fang could take off the plate if he wanted to, just because she doesn't want him to jump on the table of food, because she is unsure if he would do that.
He would absolutely do that.
Yeah, that's fair. And Lorelei would just move through the tables of food and then try to go find somewhere to sit.
There's lamb, there's pork, they have spiced meats, they have, spiced peppers that go with them. It's just, imagine a barbecue. There's a number of different folks. You probably hear people talking about jungle horror stories and things they've gone on. You hear some people have just signed up with, they've just signed up with
Omolatai. He is the one who was doing the Batiri thing, and he's gotten his own group of people traveling with him. He's going to take over to Yell Yark and eradicate the Batiri goblins from there.
At this point, having had some interaction with the Emerald Claw, I would maybe see if they were amenable to us sitting with them.
Yeah,
Hear them.
And they are lively. They are not all of them are lively. Obviously, Quetley is very refined, and Serza probably can't be seen because they're probably under a table somewhere. That just intuitively they're just somewhere out of the direct sunlight. But like Varga and Slink, they're probably telling stories of, oh, the one time I took down a white dragon, I soloed it, and the other one's like, yeah, well, that's because I put it to sleep, and you soloed it while it was asleep. Like they're those two are very a weird group, but they sit very close together. They appear to be friends beyond just being traveling together.
So yeah, I would probably plop down as close to them as possible because I want to be able to see all of them so I can see their mouths, but also just maybe hearing what they're talking about and like see if I can't pick up anything important.
Well, Captain Knox and Imzel are sort of looking in the same direction but not speaking to each other, and that's probably like they're both talking but not looking at anybody directly, and that's probably what tips you off to it, that they are having a conversation without wanting anybody to know they're talking to each other. But because you can read lips, you see Captain Knox saying, Captain Knox, we haven't spoken formally. Terran, School of Evocation. They said they knew of our work. They wanted to ensure me that we had been carrying your dead weight. They did compliment you, but said that you weren't built for field work. That you were a wizard who can do no more than document your losses. And Imzel's like, the impudence, the gall, this come up with this. And Quetley's like, I assured him, you are not a dead weight. You have earned your post. And then he said that you slow us down, that he has survived worse than Chult, and that he doesn't need shepherding, just opportunity and orders. And Imzel again is like, but that's again preposterous. Does he know what I've went through at the academy, or how I? And he's like, yes, I know. I assured him that I have your loyalty, and that is more important. So I have turned him away. You are my wizard of choice. And Imzel's like, and like you can tell, like he is just like fuming mad, or he's just a genasi. It's hard to tell. So Quetley's like, I know. I assured him, you are mine, and we are yours. And then Quetley stops talking for a second, looks over at the like general area of his party, doesn't look at anybody directly, and then she doesn't look at anybody directly, and then her eyes snap to you, Lorelei, like. And then goes back to talking. So he whispers, like he doesn't speak, but I was trying to stage whisper it. Careful what your eyes discover. And then like he somehow could feel the weight of your gaze on him. She could feel the weight of your gaze on her. She feels she like is locking eyes with you. Do you respond at all?
Blush, my cheeks go dark green, my flowers turn pink as hell, and I kind of just start to look away like, look at that.
I am still noticing the food that Bang is eating or not eating, and trying to eat it in the exact same way, no matter how unsophisticated it is.
What's Fang's?
Mostly meats, I'd say.
Yeah, so you have like a leg of
Definitely
lamb,
leans towards that more.
leg of lamb in this hand, and like a fully like filleted fish in this hand.
If he even puts it in his hand, he might just eat it off the table.
Nice. Zenthar, this is the least sophisticated group that you've traveled with.
I was going to say.
Recent memory.
He's I mean, he's not like particularly too enthused. Like right now, I guess he's focused like keeping his hood up, trying to like himself hidden, especially from the mud thing. I can't remember.
Feathers and mud, the tabaxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he's just trying to lay low, really.
All right. Feathers and Mud is currently mid jig with a dwarf. The rest of you would probably know as Idaza, the Bloom Crafter. They are a bard. Idaza is a female dwarf that is just like a storyteller, a song singer, a dancer. They may not be the best lute player, but they can play the lute. They may not be the best drummer, but they can drum. They may not be the best dancer, but they can dance. Repeat for all performing arts. And so Feathers and Mud and Idaza are currently dancing around to like a tambourine jig. He is not paying attention to you, Zenthar, as you are cowl up in the sun underneath the covering awnings. At some point in time, Slink, having been notified or noticed or have been notified that you were listening in, will come sit down next to you. Lorelai is like, you know, I tried to look it up, and I had Imso, and we just haven't seen a Marrow family with any sort of a scholarly history like you. You said it was Marrow, like the bone.
Yes, I did. I'm. What? I don't. She's gonna keep making like little noises because she doesn't know what to say.
You look incredibly uncomfortable.
It's just so hot here.
Oh, it is. I have, and he takes out these like from underneath his robes. He opens his robes just like a mere slide to get his hands in, and then pulls them back out. But in that slide, you see there's rings, there's daggers. There's his robes appear to hide a lot more than appears on the outside. He's like, I carry these. They are sheep intestines, but they've been sewn together, and we fill it with water, cold water, and I wear it over the breasts of my apparel. I wear it under the shirt, and the water it cools me down a little bit when I would normally get quite hot here. You see, he gestures at his fur. He's like, I don't have. Varga doesn't care about it getting hot, but I do. Tell me, so what brings you a lot to Port Yanzaru? Why are you seeking the guild? What do you hope to find in the jungle? Tell me. And he's looking at all of you, and like those of you who are a little bit more observant, you have the observant feat. Like his fingers are rapping and tapping as he's like excitedly and like nervous excitement to find out more about your group. Tell me, why go into the big scary jungle?
Why not? I mean, there's so much in there.
Like
so
what?
much to discover.
Like what? We hardly know anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Arn will
civilization.
Arn will make a last grunt and give any of the remaining food he has over to Fang, and then walk up next to Lorelei, just crossing his arms, staring right at the person talking. You said it was a Slink?
Slink, yeah, Slink of Many Tales.
Yeah.
Well, the captain, I'll just tell you ours. If you ask why not, we actually don't know anything about the jungle. But the captain received a bird. Received a bird from Kir Sabal, and I believe that they have some family. And they.
You talk a lot.
You don't talk at all.
But finish that sentence. They received a bird from whom?
Kir Sabal. It's a monastery in Chult. and they told us about the call to aspirants and the what was going on and tried to seek coin and treasure. So the captain put us together. We've worked together a few times before, but and Varga, the Dragonborn, will come sit down and like not subtle about the way they sit down. They are intending to impose their presence. So like if they make people jump when they sit down and startle them, it brings them pure joy. So they would sit down loudly and like slam their drink on the table, or maybe like bump the bench with their shield. Like in the loudest way possible, they plop themselves down at the table. Find coin. We're just here to kill as much as we can, aren't we now? And Slink's like, I've never dreamt of it. But tell me, you don't talk as much. And like they circumvent. You ask them a question, and they're like, Tell me, why don't you talk as much, dwarf? I noticed you back there with the heavy hands and the odd sort of circulation problem. Are you? What's going on with your blood? Is it like they're looking at your hands and looking at like the green patina under your like sweat points?
I'm just staring directly back at them, not saying a word.
Hello? Are you... They look at Lorelei. You travel with the oddest group, and this one over here hasn't taken his cowl off in all this heat. Pointing at Zenthar, like, not once has he taken the cowl off. You'd think he does that. I've never seen Drow before or something. Like, they...
You know, he's just... Well, we all just met, really. We're getting to know each other.
Oh!
Through the trials.
I thought with the way that you had not, like, branched out and met other folk that you knew these aspirants. No offense to any of you, and Varga is like, call them weirdos. I like the weirdos, but they're weirdos. And Slink is like, I would never dare. Miss Marrow over here, she's far from anything like a weirdo. In fact, I would even dare say that. And like he's eyeing, your pack. He's been eyeing, your clothes, the fine stitchings. He's like, I dare wager that we are actually in the presence of somebody more than just a simple traveler. And he looks at you very knowingly. It's like, wouldn't we be?
Oh no, I'm just a mere adventurer, ready to explore the jungle. That's all.
Well, I must be mistaken. I could have sworn I met. What was it? Is it a mammoth? Menon breeze? The name escapes me, but I could have sworn I met another genasi like you. Imzel's looking into it. We'll find out, don't worry. We'll find it. But Captain Quentley will come over and he's like, she is like, Slink, maybe you need more time to prepare. I think that 4 or 5 should do. Please, run over to the acquisitions officer and get 4 or 5. That would be helpful. Slink's like, right away, Captain. Doesn't say goodbye, just dodges off to go get 4 or 5. And the captain's like, we have been told that a rope may be beneficial for some of these upcoming challenges. While you may not want to bring all of your equipment to the Colosseum, you may want to bring some rope. I don't know what it will be used for, but we have a contact that has told us to bring some rope. I hope it serves you well. Come.
Thank you.
Is Varga still there?
Varga is sitting down. Where are you at, Parn?
I'm still standing next to Lorelei. I was just...
As you stand next to Lorelei, Varga is the same height as you when they sit. Like they are jacked. They are yoked. I don't know whatever the young.
Once Slink leaves, though, I want to try and make as big of a clank sitting down next to them as I can without making it super obvious.
Yeah, are you like knuckles on the table? Are you like whacking your weapon against the table? What are you using to smack
Yeah,
the table?
definitely fist. Like, I mean, they're starting to turn to metal, but I mean, just being as dense as I am physically from starting to turn to metal to try and make it like you said they were trying to impress people with how loud they were, and I'm gonna try and do it right back to them.
Yeah, you sit down like someone haphazardly dropping onto a seat or onto a table, closing a car door quite loud, turning, racking the weights at the gym slightly louder than normal. And Varga looks over and he's like, "You're pretty big for a little man. I respect that. I look forward to seeing you out there. I really do hope I see you out there."
Oh.
And like, he slams his hands down on the table and stands up. And when he takes his hands off the table, there's little finger indentations in the wood from where he like gripped the table to stand up. With that, Vedros, the cleric, the reed-faced cleric, will just stand up, bow very politely, like wave their hand over, make a small prayer for you folks, and then just turn off and walk the other way. You don't see Sarza, as Imzel is the last one to leave, and he looks at you all, probably looks at Lorelei. How much of your sagely scholarly stuff do you carry on the outside, Lorelei?
Really, it's just like the blue notebook that I keep in my hand. Otherwise, like I try to keep everything in my pack.
Okay, describe your notebook to me from if it were being looked at by, like, Imzel is obviously a scholar as well, and like if you look at his books, you see that it's been the spine of the book is broken in many places. He's opened the book, he spent hours in this book, but it's like his book looks, you can tell as a book reader, his book looks lived in.
Yeah. If he so as someone who is well read himself, he would notice that it's a fairly new book. Like it's got maybe a couple scuffs from being dropped once or twice, but like the pages are still pretty pristine. There are a few like pages that look like they didn't belong in there, kind of stuffed in there. She added them to be like, oh, I can't forget this one thing. But it seems fairly new, as like something she's going to be using to document her time out here.
Okay. He will just he'll look at you and look at your book and look at you, and it's like, for knowledge. It's like a phrase that you had seen if you had ever taken any form of like formal education as a child, or formal education as a youth. They'd be one of the things like, the staples, one of the most important principles of knowledge is the pursuit of knowledge. One of those like nonsensical classes that everybody has to take. This is like that. It's one scholar to another type of phrase. As the Emerald Claw stands up and politely departs from your rank as they, go about their day. None of them speak to Fang, who is just like eating off the table. None of them bother Zenthar, except the one Slink saying like, this guy acts like we've never seen a drow before. Not really insulting you for being a drow, just like, oh yeah, you're gonna keep wearing your hood. Cool. But they engage primarily with Lorelei and Parn, who are like openly, in their own way, engaging them.
Does anyone have rope?
I've got one piece of it, yes.
Zen, what about you? Do you have rope?
I'm actually trying to find that out.
Most packs come with some.
I was gonna say, I think so. He'll
Mine's hemp, but
yeah, I was gonna say it's hemp. So I think he would not throw down his bag, or like he'll just like set it down, pull out some of that some grape.
I hesitate to ask, Wolfie, but you aren't hiding any rope in there somewhere?
He seems too distracted with his food. Like, I imagine he isn't the best at, like, figuring out when he's hungry, so he'll just eat and eat and eat till he throws up pretty much.
You don't always have to eat to that point. Oh, that's gross.
And then he'd keep eating.
All right, well, that's one thing we have and know that's potentially coming down for this trial of unity. And like I said, Zen, it sounds like it's something that requires a group. So, perfect.
He's gonna have like the most like neutral face possible. Right.
Right.
That's awful. I love it, but that's awful.
Did we want to try and get some more rope?
You would
Shall we
know
go?
that there's lots of folk who deal in rope, even within the guild. And they, just as a reminder, they quietly told Slink to go to the acquisitions, office in the guild. So there is a place where you can go and acquire things for guild business, is at a much cheaper rate. It does require guild affiliation, so you're going to need to find somebody who has the ability to purchase things from the guild, somebody who works with the guild already. And if you find them, then they can acquire things, acquisition or requisition, whatever. My English escapes me. I write for a living, but I can't remember that word.
Can I go find Guchamog?
100%. You see Guchamog and
Yeah, the
Guchamog.
blade.
Guchamog and Rashula, and they're over there. I gotta put the blade. I forgot that his name is Guchamog the Blade. Guchamog and Rashula are over there shoulder and shoulder, swinging side to side. They've had a few to drink, and they are, and the axe fell on the turtle. There's, whatever their song is. They're singing some old tune about pirates and sailing around the Dread Sea and nonsense. They're not hard to find.
I probably would have just not said anything. I would have just gotten the light bulb idea. So if anyone followed me, that's fine. But yeah, I would have just beelined it for him.
I would have followed.
You would have followed? Okay, cool. Hi Guchamog, I have a question for you.
Flowers. Yes.
Yes, hello.
Zithar's gonna put his hand forward out looking see?
Flowers. You lot. This is the one I was telling you about. She went and did the Aramog first, and she came out like a wet flower.
No.
Yes, I did. It was a lot of water. I had a question for you. Would you be able to help us acquire some rope, by chance?
Yeah. How much do you want? Yeah.
4 or 5?
4 or 5 rope?
Doesn't know what else to say.
Okay. Flowers, are you okay? He's you can, as he gets closer to whisper to you, you can smell the rum on his breath. He's like, Flowers, are you okay? 4 rope? I don't even know what that means. Do you want 4 feet of rope, Flowers? Is that it?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sorry. What? I don't know what you want.
She's got a little bit of water on her pedals still.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. And Rashula's I think she wants 4 bundles of rope.
Yeah, I believe so.
See, the elf knows. Yeah. You help me get over to the counter over, and I'll get you the 200 feet of rope.
Was he referring that to Zenthar or to Lorelai?
To Lorelai, to Flowers.
Okay.
Or is it like you're, I imagine that Zenthar looks like, oh, is he talking to me? I've had a little too much to drink. So my legs are a little...
Couldn't tell. You're hiding it so well.
You're a liar. It's okay. Come. And Rashula will help him stand up, and he'll like lumber his way over to the requisitions table, where you now see Slink walking away with like four of these big loops of rope, and Slink's like, smart, got the rope, huh? All right, I'm off. And Rashula and Guchamog are like, I don't remember your name. The guy at the table's like, it's okay. What do you need? 5 rope. He has like a bucket of ropes. He turns around. He has this big crate. Like he has rope. He has torches. He has different things like pittons. He has different things like shovel, like chalk. He has a number of like typical outdoorsy things. He probably has a hatchet. And so he like turns around and he hands Guchamog the 4 rope. He's like, it's and Guchamog's like, come on, I'm good for it. I'm good for it. I'm good for it. And like, they go back and forth and they deal with between themselves. And he hands you four sets of 50 feet of rope.
Zenthar would put a piece of gold there.
Thank you. You're the blacksmith down there in the guild, right?
He would do like a subtle nod.
I've seen some of your work. It's pretty good. I know. I'm sorry. We've never met formally. My name is Nanti. I've been assigned to this table. I'm a level 2 guildsman. But during the Call of Aspirants, I have been required to pass out and discuss the requirements for acquisitions in the future. So again, I apologize that we haven't. Maybe the next time I need something, I can commission you for it if that's agreeable.
Sounds fine to me.
Right. Well, I'll come looking for you. Your name. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Just call me Zen.
Zen. Okay. Well, thank you, Zen. My name is Nanti, and I look forward to having a fresh perspective on the blacksmiths that we have available to us. He'll bow politely. Enjoy your rope, and the trial of unity. Good luck.
I'll do a nod.
And then he looks at Guchamog and he's like, see ya, big guy. and Guchamog's like, you're a good one, Nancy. All right. Like, turns around and walks off. Come, Flowers, let's talk about our first mission together. We're gonna I've got to go out there and take care of this Firefinger place, and I would love for you and your little party to be our verification party contract. It's a little bit safer, but it's when you get through all this, I know I owe you a beer, and you can squire our first adventure. All right, good luck. And he goes back to his drink. Is he like,
Yeah, Lorelai was like, all right. And like her flowers have kind of been going back and forth between pink and yellow and white. Because she's a little bit afraid of like hearing like your first adventure, but at the same time she's so excited about like, oh my god, we could go out to the jungle. This is amazing. And she is not helping Zen carry those ropes at all.
Because 50 feet of rope, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't sound like it would coil up into a very small amount.
It's especially 200 feet of rope sounds like it would be quite large and cumbersome. You would see other folks here. You would see Matembe, the Thunderhead Track Beastmaster, the one that was like, you let his animal run into the jungle, and he was obviously upset about it. You see, he's not as happy, and he's discussing with some arbitration about how the guild now owes him a dinosaur, because one of his dinosaurs was loosed to the jungle during his trial. During a trial, they borrowed one of his dinosaurs, so he's a little bit upset. You would see Tallymaster Hama, the turtle, that is again we discussed her as being just huge. You see her, she's down, she's discussing, probably with the same bookish gnome that she was working with, the one from the town, the town coin hall, that he is, they appear to be at least cordial with each other, if not friendly. You just see a number of people, and then eventually you see Akene Afa, the Merchant Prince of War, so he's the War Merchant Prince. He would come up to the front of the assembly. It's like, we are now taking entries into the next trial of unity. I would need a group. Please, we have time for two more. Are there 2 groups that would be ready?
Lorelei will pop her head up. Oh, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, George.
Please step forward if you are. Let's see. We need about 4 more with you. Do you have? Okay, good.
Oh, yes.
Yes, come forward. And then 1 more, and you look over and you see, without a doubt, Slink has his hand up, as do Varga. Varda and Slink both have their hands up as they're watching you volunteer. They're like, "Yep, I want to see them work." So they join up as well, and the Akene Afa is like, "Right, come with me to the Colosseum. Prepare. We will begin the trial of unity. We will discuss any questions you have on the way there." And they will usher you out of the lunch hall into the streets of Portney and Zard. Hey, if you made it this far, thank you. Seriously, thank you. Whether you watched the whole thing or just skipped around, we're so glad you're here. This is just part 1 of session 4. Part 2 drops this Saturday, and you don't want to miss the chaos that's coming next. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit like, subscribe, maybe even join us live this Sunday for the next session, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're figuring this out as we go, so that's pretty much half the fun, and we'd like you to be there with us. Oh, and don't forget, hop in the Discord and tell us your favorite RP moments from this episode or the next one. We're going to vote on them, and then whoever wins gets inspiration in next week's session. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.